Hello councillors, it's me Newton Gatoff. I live at number 4 May Street, which backs on to number 3 Bevis Street, which you can see is a nice single dwelling at this point in time. I'm facing an application for 2 3-storey properties, which is entirely thanks to council for having put in planning controls where there weren't previously for heights. So forgive me if I don't apply gratitude in this direction right now, because I'm looking at a wall of windows over my property, which is in an area which certainly does not meet with the characteristics set out in protecting our neighbourhood character. So please listen to my plea and refuse the application on the grounds that it simply isn't right.
When you actually assess an application like this, you do obviously have to be cognizant of the planning scheme, and it's the height controls that council introduced in 2013 that have given this opportunity to this owner, who previously, only last year, applied for 2-storey. So he obviously discovered there were 3-storey and has gone for it. Just give me a few moments to explain.
The old map before 2013's change and post 2013, where the new residential zones were brought in. We're just off this element, Tucker Road, which runs across Centre Road, as you can see. But it's the scale of this purple patch which I'm concerned with. Previously, it was known as a neighbourhood centre. Quite why neighbourhood centres stretched all the way back here, we don't know. We don't know what the justification for that was. But the fact is, it became that way. And we pretty much didn't hear anything at all until the new zones came in. And for some reason, these are the streets that were incorporated as 3-storey streets. Now, there is no railway station here. This is clearly the density area that I guess council felt obliged to talk to, because they're near the transport networks, and that's clear. But this is an island, and while Centre Road itself is understandable, we just don't understand why we are being classified in this way all the way back in the quiet residential streets of Bentley East. This does not really display neighbourhood character. I mean, 3 stories does not add up. So here's one we prepared earlier for you. This is the famous number 11 Bevis Street, which was developed as 3 stories side by side. Now, the frontage of this property actually is not unappealing. I will admit to that. You can't not. It's quite attractive, and of course it's stepped back in the design. But my problem is more significant than that. What's the 3 levels done to the backyard of your house?
Oh well, you're just intimidating. We used to look out our kitchen window and we used to see a nice backyard. Now we're looking at a brick wall.
So this house here is an original.
It's an original, and we had an original beside us, either side of us, 2 weatherboards.
So how does that, although it would look nice in Toorak, I suppose, how does that represent neighbourhood character? I don't know.
It doesn't. There's nothing in keeping with neighbourhood character. It's caused me depression. Like I get depressed. I can't come out and feel like you could sit in the.
Well,
we've lost the afternoon sun to this monster.
Yeah.
And now the morning sun to this monster.
Yeah, and it does go quite a long way back, almost to the end of your backyard.
Yeah.
And they'll say, "Oh, we need more housing." We don't actually need more housing.
We've got more apartments in Centre Road.
Yes, the Centre Road, but there's also Harvey Norman South on South Road.
Yeah.
That's about to be developed. The east boundary site is
near GSAC.
Yeah, that's a huge site. Yeah, there's more than enough.
So we've provided our share.
Yeah.
So why do it in our side streets?
It's just not neighbourhood character at all for either Bevis or for pretty much anywhere in this area.
About 60 years.
60 years.
Yes.
And you've looked over at this house for all that time, obviously.
Yes.
And I don't know. They say that they've got to keep neighbourhood character. Do you think 3 stories is in keeping with the neighbourhood?
Oh no, definitely not.